Alright, y'all, welcome back to our video. Today, I'm going to be revisiting Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales from one of the first games that came out for the PS5 in 2020, late 2020, early 2021. And what a phenomenal game to just go into right after Spider-Man PS4 from 2018. 2 years later, and we have another Spider-Man game from Insomniac. It just proves that they are able to get our Marvel games out and ready for us, and just give us greatness. And we have Spider-Man 2 a couple years after Miles Morales, and we're going to get Spider-Man 3. We have Wolverine coming out in September, and that's why we're talking about these Spider-Man games, because Wolverine is coming out September 15th. Reviews are coming out September 10th. I obviously don't have a review coming out because I don't have an early copy, because I'm not one of those big content creators that PlayStation noticed and like, hey, free copy for review. Probably would deny it because it was going to be a digital code, but whatever. So Spider-Man Miles Morales for the PS5. This is a good little like side story, I would say, for Spider-Man, because it's not a full game. This is just a small, because it's like an 8-hour game, while the first Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2 are significantly longer compared to Miles Morales. But Marvel Spider-Man's Miles Morales was just to introduce us more into Miles' character, and, you know, give him a little story for himself instead of just giving him like little side missions for Spider-Man 2 to give us more of his character. We need his own game to introduce him into the world, to set him up for Spider-Man 2, so that way we had 2 playable Spider-Mans instead of just 1. But this game has no DLC. I think everyone kind of figured there was going to be no DLC for this game, considering it was just a small sized game. But Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales follows Miles being Spider-Man for about 2 years now. It is now winter time, and Spider-Man and Miles Morales is getting acquainted to an old friend who has their own secret identity. Sorry, the Tinkerer. And Spider-Man has to try and stop them, the underground gang, from basically destroying New York. And he's also having to fight off Roxxon, a massive energy company trying to save New York with a big amount of energy through this reactor in the middle of New York, and trying to spread it all across the globe. And, you know, you have the underground trying to take that energy and expose Roxxon for their true meaning and what they are actually doing. And then you have the underground, and then you have Roxxon trying to basically, I would say, destroy New York in a way, and the entire world, trying to take control. So they are the only powerful ones, and they have Spider-Man right in the middle trying to stop both of them. And then he causes some mischief himself, learning about his new powers, the venom attacks, and his invisibility. And his venom attacks just causes a whole ass explosion on the bridge that you're seeing right here with this gameplay that I'm showing in the background. And it just now shows that Roxxon needs to be against Spider-Man 2 and take him under custody, and they see him as a liability. And it hurts because Miles, like, they see me as the bad guy. I'm not. I'm the good guy. I'm supposed to be Spider-Man, and he's the only Spider-Man for this game. You don't have Peter. He's on a trip with MJ, trying to help her out with her news articles for the Daily Bugle. So Peter put a lot of trust in Miles to take care of New York while he was gone for a couple weeks, and Miles already messed up. But it just what happens with Spider-Man. You always mess up, and you're gonna fix it one way or the other. And that's what Miles does. He finds a way to fix it. He crosses paths with the Prowler, his uncle. He helps him out a little bit. He's got Genki, his man in the chair, as Ned would say in Spider-Man Homecoming. And then you have Miles' mom, which is also trying to help in a way, but she doesn't know his identity until later in the game. And then you have just the huge, and then you have Rhino just randomly in there working for Roxxon with a whole new suit, and he almost gets killed by the Tinker because she just goes full on rage because he's working for Roxxon. He's teasing the hell out of her in one of the fights. Kingpin makes an appearance a little bit. He was working for Roxxon as well, I believe. And it just turns into one huge fight and explosion at the end of the game where Miles just bursts out energy and Finn ends up dying because she learns that, she was wrong and Miles was right, and she just sacrifices herself to save Miles and New York, and Miles almost dies when all of Harlem learns who he is. But they all know to keep his identity a secret, and it's just very, very nice. And the combat in this game did get better from Spider-Man PS4. Every iteration of these Spider-Man games, every single one, the combat and I would say just the graphics, the story, I would say gets better so on. Well, Miles' story is not as good as Spider-Man PS4, but I would say, just everything else, it gets better throughout every single game. The combat, the swinging gets so much better and smoother. And you just have so many, and you have different combat challenges and different side missions. And it all just takes place in the winter. We have a Spider-Man game that takes place in the winter, and that's just amazing. I always thought of wow, could we ever get a Spider-Man movie or game that takes place in winter? And that's what Miles Morales gives us. Even though it's not Peter Parker, it's Miles Morales. That's still Spider-Man, the second best Spider-Man in my opinion. And it just proves anybody can wear the mask. Anybody can be Spider-Man. I mean, hell, Stan Lee tells you himself, and he made the goddamn characters. It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. And the tagline right here, be greater, be yourself. Literally, that's what Insomniac is telling you. They're telling you to be greater and just to be yourself. Because that's what Miles does. He bees greater just like Peter, but he also bees himself. Which is just amazing. And if I would have to, I would probably have to say this is, out of all three Spider-Man games, this is probably number 3. But that doesn't mean it's a bad game. It's a great game, but you just have it competing with Spider-Man PS4 and Spider-Man 2. And I know people clown on Spider-Man 2 a lot. And I do understand the hate a little bit with the story and how it was rushed and how we didn't get DLC like we were hoping. But, I mean, Insomniac, they had that big hack in 2024 after Spider-Man 2 released, and it just caused a lot. We almost didn't get Wolverine because of that, and we're lucky to even have it. But I mean, yeah, I don't think I have any more to say about this game. This game is just beautiful. All the suits were amazing. You obviously had some Insomniac originals, and then you had some from the comics. You had a Prowler-inspired suit from his uncle. There was a black and gold suit that I believe was gifted by Harlem to Miles. There was the 29.9 suit for him. A couple other good suit. There was the homemade suit, the Peter gifted suit. And then you have this one that is the cover for the game, and it's just, oh, that's such an amazing suit. I love Miles' red and black suit. It's so fucking amazing. But that is, I'm going to say that's basically it. That is basically it for me from Spider-Man Miles Morales. It's a beautiful game. Beautiful. I know I didn't have a lot to say about it, just like I did with Spider-Man PS4, but, this was a smaller game. Had no DLC, short story, yeah, that's pretty much. I mean, I'm sorry, I just don't know what more to say. This game was amazing. And I'm glad to be looking back on it for Marvel's Wolverine, which is nearing so close. We have 3 weeks until that game comes out, and it went gold. We're gonna get gold claws. All the deluxe edition suits look amazing, and I cannot wait to play it and have it up on this channel. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next one, and bye.